so this got my attention primarily because, John and I were at the auto show and we did a video for the iPace, and then the very next day or so, I'm surfing around and The Verge has an article about the iPace, and I'm like, hey, I know that car. But unfortunately for Jaguar Land Rover, they're going to stop making the iPace.
Oh.
For about a week.
Oh, okay.
Yes, thank you. Pregnant pause. It turns out that LG Chem, not for the first time, is reporting a problem manufacturing enough batteries to meet capacity. And so LG Chem had issues with Hyundai and the Ioniq EV. They couldn't keep up with battery support, and they caused Audi to delay deliveries of the e-tron. And so this is just another example. And I don't know. Are people going to start moving away from LG Chem if they can't meet the needs? Is LG Chem going to have to build more factories or do more capital improvements? Because the battery's the new currency, if you will. And if one battery manufacturer can't keep up, they're going to start looking somewhere else.
Didn't they also slow down the Bolt's initial rollout because of not enough batteries?
What?
The Bolt EV?
Was it?
Bolt?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Not sure, but I think
that's
I think
LG Chem?
Bolt does use LG Chem, yeah. But I can't remember if it did or not.
I seem to vaguely recall them having a...
GM and LG just signed an agreement for a factory in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
So
this is when it launched. I think that if I'm remembering correctly, same situation. They had to halt production of the Bolt for a little while because there were no batteries.
Right.
See, and the thing is, maybe that was capacity, but at the same time, that was so long ago and there were so few Bolts.
Yeah.
I find it hard to believe that it was a numbers issue. These days, you have more manufacturers asking for more product.
Yeah.
But so I honestly think we might be hearing more and more of this as we've said in the past, as more manufacturers start developing electrified vehicles, then we have to start chasing it upstream to the parts and who's supplying the batteries and the motors and the other stuff. And, again, Tesla's taking all that, internally. So, they're controlling their own supply lines, and that seems to be working really well for them. Maybe other manufacturers will follow suit.
Well, I know they're diverging. They're signing up with multiple battery suppliers, right? There's still Samsung out there. There's a Swedish battery company. The name escapes me at this time. There's CATL, C-A-T-L from China.
Right. In China.
For example, like Toyota signed up for, I think they pretty much signed up with everyone. Say, hey, get out the battery. Panasonic. And I think Jaguar's, I thought I read somewhere in that article that Jaguar was also trying to sign with a different company just to spread out their battery production.
Or repeat their mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. Not to rely on one supplier.
A new challenger appears.
Exactly.
Right.
So, maybe we'll. So here, I guess I mentioned Volkswagen. This one, some $50 billion, and has inked deals with 3 different battery suppliers. So it looks like.
Oh, right.
But the thing is that, so if everyone is signing up with everyone, doesn't that kind of? It just goes back to the same problem.
that's where you start your own factory.
Yeah,
to make up the difference.
Yeah.
Right.
But a lot of them.
Well, I'm sorry. What's the problem with everyone signing up with everyone?
You're still
downside to that?
They're selling capacity they don't even have.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, possibility.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have a finite amount of capacity, so it's fine if 1 or 2 manufacturers sign up and you use that as a buffer. But if everyone is signing up with you,
keep up.
Yeah. So there was one more thing that I wanted to ask you guys about this, and Oh, geez, where was? Oh, geez, now I can't find it. It was. So in the Verge article, paragraph here, the production halt will start Monday, February 17th, in Graz, Austria, where contract manufacturer Magnus Steyr makes the I-Pace for Jaguar Land Rover.
Yes.
That made the Ford Focus Electric, the first one.
See,
Yeah.
I had no idea that such a thing existed as a contract manufacturer.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
literally
Magnus
had
been
no
all
idea.
over.
Magnus developed cars for, I don't want to say everybody, but
A
everybody.
lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I was today years old when I learned this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, in a sense,
Pretty cool.
that's a strength, right? Jaguar could roll out a custom-produced new EV, yet not have to invest the money in the factory. Now, obviously, not being vertically integrated, they pay more for that, but they also don't have the cash outlay and the risk in owning the factory.
Right.
Okay, makes sense.
So, yeah, Magna does a very good job. By no means is this a budget operation. Let's just put it that way.
They were also rumored to be part of that build that Sony displayed recently of that.
Okay.
Yeah, they were.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
That wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah, I mean, they certainly have experience now building these cars, and they're very good at building big, complex machines. So I think it's a smart, again, sort of like that diversification of battery suppliers. I think it's smart to use these alternative manufacturing means, if nothing else, just to jumpstart a model. You know?
Right.
I don't know. Until I got details on what the differences were cost-wise between manufacturing it yourself and farming it out, I would have a positive opinion of it.
Yeah.
Or if it was going to be a compliance car, then it doesn't really matter the cost.
Well, there's that. Although the last thing you want to do in a car that you don't want to make is have it cost even more. Right?
Versus tooling up one of your own factories, training people, getting the lines going, versus you could just contract it, give me 8 widgets, and I'm done.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.